It was received 5 days ago, and I have email
So
confirmation.
5 days ago, on the 11th or 12th?
I would say the 11th, and I have email confirmation of it.
Planning just hanging out
Okay,
until
who's the email from?
she shows up.
Okay. Um, can you show that to Mr. Fink? Because I don't.
They were received. It took a few days to process, but it was received. That's 3,000.
Hold on, man. I'm old. I can't move that fast. Well, Your Honor, this says it was paid 2/16 at 10:51 a.m. That's today.
It took 4 or 5 days to process. And it's more than one.
Okay, so it was paid today, basically. Processing whatever, it was paid today of 3,500.
Correct.
Okay, that still leaves a balance in the amount of just shy of 9,000.
Correct. So we were denied for state emergency relief. We were submitted for Friends Indeed and were told that we could get up to $3,000. By the end of this month, I will be paying another 3,500, will leave a balance of, I think, 2,695 or 3,000. And that's what we would have to work.
Of 3,000.
Yes, if we receive the Friends Indeed payment of 3,000. I will be paying 3,500 by the end of the month.
By the 29th.
Yes.
Did Friends Indeed send you anything saying that they would pay something?
We just received the state emergency relief denial letter and the ledger as of yesterday. So we have submitted all of that. I have a confirmation number, but I'm not so sure.
How much is monthly rent?
2,695.
All right, so the problem is that even if I were to turn it out 2 weeks for that other payment to come in, if it doesn't come in, just based upon what you paid, this balance has only gone down by about 1,000.
Well, we will be on time for March rents.
What do you mean?
For next month rent, we will be on time, so that wouldn't be added.
Okay, so ma'am, your next payment is gonna be what? You said you're gonna pay another 3,500 when?
By the 29th.
And then you're gonna pay March rent on the 1st?
Correct.
So you're gonna pay 3,500 on the 29th. Is that right? And then what was your monthly rent again?
26.
26.95.
Say again?
26.95.
All right, since that one payment, it appears to have been made, I'm gonna take a chance. I'll adjourn this to March 1st over plaintiff's objection, March 1st, 2024 at 2 p.m. Those payments need to be in, and maybe then we'll hear something from Friends Indeed,
Can you say the date again, please?
March 1st, p.m.
State your name for the record, ma'am.
These nuts.
Okay, thank you.
That was over plaintiff's objection.
Yes, it was. I said so. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gulfside Lakes versus Emmett Redwine.
Give speak to the plaintiff.
Hey, go, Your Honor.
I'm doing okay. What's your name?
Hey, me red wine.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Redwine owns a total of 2905.78.
2905.
78. He has a hawk appointment on the 26th.
Yeah, on the 26th. Okay, great. 29.
Your Honor, I did pay 3,000 that, the last time I was here when I left. I did pay that $3,000.
I-
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I got you, because
I-
otherwise your balance wouldn't be there.
Correct.
You were gonna
I
pay 1,400.
wanted to say also, I ended up getting sick. When I ended up leaving here, I ended up getting sick and had to take off work. I caught that, I got asthma, then I caught the new thing that came out. It wasn't COVID, but it was
RSV.
I ended up catching that and it did me real bad. So I was down, so I couldn't go to work. So they had me off work. So that's why I didn't get the 1,400 pay because I had to end up taking off work. I did want to, but I didn't have no choice. But I'm back. Of course, I'm back.
Okay, so when can you make another payment?
Um,
Do this today, Your Honor. My health is in jeopardy right now.
What's that?
I have IBS, irritable bowel syndrome,
Mm-hmm.
and what's been going on
Very
is
stressful.
I'm bleeding inside, man.
at least seven. Then I can pay another seven, at least another seven the following Friday.
Okay, and then what's your monthly rent?
1219.
Okay, over plaintiff's objection, I'm gonna give him a shot because he did that $3,000. Like he said he was going to. March 1st, 2024 at 2 p.m. You need to get 700 in on the 23rd, 700 in on the 1st.
Yes.
That's just gonna keep you where you are right now, basically, because when your rent clicks in, because that rent's gonna click in for March.
Correct.
Okay. And then we'll have to figure out how you're gonna get this paid.
I get it paid.
Oh, I know. Everybody tells me that.
I am.
I got a whole stack back there, of people that put me down. All right.
Okay.
So get that paid and then we gotta figure out how you're gonna get this 2905.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Gulfside Lake versus Diamond Williams.
I'm here.
Okay, she's on Zoom.
The total is 3823.47.
The judgment amount. This is her motion to set aside. Ma'am, what's your basis for setting aside this judgment?
I have a Hawk appointment March 4th, and I was working with Friends Indeed and the Jewish Family Service. I think that's what they're called.
When's your Hawk appointment?
March 4th at 10 a.m.
Did she paid her February rent then?
No, the last payment that
Or
was
Jan-
made was on December 23rd, 560.
Because I have the same amount as the judgment that were issued in January.
Oh, what did I say?
You gave me a
I-
balance of 3823.47.
That's on the judgment. They,
That is.
but the total owed is 5345.66.
Gotcha. Okay, ma'am, I don't, the problem here is that you gotta show me a reason to set aside this judgment. No payments have come in, and we're about to head into March. You hear me?
Yes, I was waiting for my Hawk appointment. I'm also looking for a new place to go to because that rent is very much high.
All right. I don't have a basis upon which I could set aside this judgment. And at least gives you a lesser amount to try to pay to maintain your housing if you're going to. So the motion to set aside, the judgment is denied. Judgment will stand.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor, may I remind Ms. Williams that you have already issued an order of eviction.
Yes,
So I'm sure it has the stamp on it of 72 hours after post.
correct.
She's aware that that's already in progress.
Okay. And ma'am, did you hear that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
That is actually in the file.
And I'm ready on Ms. Beckley's case.
Oh, it is.
Yes. Opposite. I'm stamping.
Let me do this one. Gulfside Lakes versus Sarah Brown. That matter is dismissed on plaintiff's motion. Court recalls the case of Sparrowwood Apartments versus Smith and Smith.
James Fink for the plaintiff. Your Honor, my sources at SOS state that they have submitted for $3,000. And it looks like, I don't quite understand this, but it will either, it says it will be mailed by B&B payee, so maybe the money is going to B&B to be paid to the landlord.
For 3,000.
For 3,000.
Okay.
So that would take care of the balance with the amount that's in escrow and give them a little start on next month.
Okay. So
They have the rent.
What if we scheduled this for the 1st so that if there's a glitch, they don't get
tax
court costs
or
for
court
next month?
costs. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to release the escrow to plaintiff.
Thank you.
So I'm going to send the 22.
Or so they don't get court costs.
Then I'm going to adjourn this matter March 1st, 2024 at 2 p.m.
Thank you.
All right. I've adjourned it to March 1st at 2 p.m. Hopefully that money will get there by then. This other money's coming out. We can see where you are for March and then probably this be dismissed, but that way, if there's a problem, you're not going to get hit again with court costs.
Maybe we can even work something out on that.
Yeah. Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
Your Honor,
Intercept.
Your Honor, real quick.
On-
I'm so sorry. Is this the Browning?
Amy,
case?
go ahead. What?
Is this the Browning case?
No, this was Smith.
Okay, thank you.
Court calls the case people versus Hamilton Crossing 1 versus Tammy Evans.
James, thank you for the plaintiff.
Your name?
Tammy Evans.
Thank you. All right. What's a claim in this case?
A total of 6648.
$66?
No, sir. $6,648.00.
Ma'am,
Yes, Your Honor.
how are you intending on trying to get this paid?
I was gonna pay everything at the end of the month because
Ev-
I'm not getting any help from DHS. They denied me. So I'm coming up with it myself.
The 29th?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's fine, Your Honor.
You want me to adjourn it out or you want me just to do a judgment? I mean, I don't know.
Could set it aside if it's paid.
Right. Here's what I'm gonna do, ma'am. I'm gonna find that there's no tribal issue. I'm gonna issue a judgment for possession in that total amount of $6,648. And what was the cents on that? Hold on.
Hearing or consent? Hearing.
Part by hearing. I'm going to extend the writ date on it to January 29th. Or not January, February 29th, I meant. And ma'am, you wanted to say something?
Yes, I had talked to the manager of Hamilton. I was paying 6,000 by the end of the month, and she was gonna like I can make payments on the other throughout.
We can do that. So why don't we make it, if she pays 6,000, no writ will issue. And then we'll satisfy it once the payment plan, or we'll set it aside once the payments are made. I have approval for that.
All right. So what I've added is defendant pays 6,000 by the 29th, no writ will issue without a hearing.
Perfect.
All right. And then the other thing is that once you've paid it, they'll consider setting aside the judgment.
Yes,
Okay. All right. I've signed that. You can pick up a copy up front.
okay, thank you.
Thank you. Court calls the case of Hamilton Crossing versus Joshua Meyer.
Yes, Your Honor. Sharice
And-
Meyer here.
East Meyer. Where are you? Okay, I got you. All right. What's the claim on this case?
Total load is $8,071. They have a DHS application pending, I think.
That correct, ma'am?
Yes, sir, we do. My DHS worker is just waiting on an updated provider number, which I know that the management is in process of getting for me. In addition, I have reached out to Hawk. I did leave a message asking for an intake. I have not received the call back yet, but I will continue to pursue whatever options. In addition, I did pay our rent for February.
Ma'am, is your application with DHS still pending?
Yes, it is.
First, okay, Your Honor.
Pardon?
March
Yeah,
1st is okay.
March
with that.
1st, she's entitled to the stay to March
you.
1st if it's still pending. March 1st, 2024 at 2 p.m.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Your Honor.
ma'am. Court calls the case of Hamilton Crossing versus Jeffrey Williams, Hamilton Crossing 2 versus Jessica Jackson. Those matters are dismissed on plaintiff's motion without prejudice. NNS Rita Trust versus is it Natasha Allen?
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Your Honor, they were here. She posted a note in the chat, at 1 o'clock indicating that she had to return to her classroom and then logged out. She provided a lot of documents.
What do you have owing? I got a $300 payment. That's the only thing I have.
389.59. Is that what you have?
Payment?
But she owes the total including cost is now $734.15.
734.15.
Yeah, yes, sir.
She showed a payment here. She was here, had to return. I'll do it this way. I'm just going to adjourn it out 1 week. If she can get it paid 2024 at 1 p.m. New Park Ridge versus Dominique Brown.
Think for the plaintiff.
I'm here. I'm here.
Hey, hello, Miss Brown.
Hi, good afternoon.
Just supposed to say 500 by the 9th. Did you get that paid, Miss Brown?
No, sir, I had paid 300 because I was telling you my check was going to be short. The only thing I got out was 300.
Okay, what's plaintiff's claim?
Including cost 945.19.
Okay, Miss Brown, what's your monthly rent?
614, 618, I believe.
All right, how are you gonna get this paid?
I don't know. I'm thinking at this point, so they don't keep like going into March. I would just have to hopefully try to give my whole check next month. And I mean, I'm sorry, on the 23rd, and just figure it out from there. That I don't have no other source of income other than the checks that I work.
Okay. So, ma'am, by the 20, you get a check on the 23rd?
That is correct. Yes, yes, Judge.
Okay, so how much can you give on the 23rd?
I don't recall. He said I owe 974,
945.19.
945.14. Then if my whole check is 900, I would give the whole 900.
But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna indicate that you're gonna give between 8 to 900 by the
Okay.
23rd. I'm going to adjourn the matter out to the 23rd, February 23rd, 2024 at 1 p.m. Get that payment into them before that time. Okay?
Yes, I can't. I'm sorry. My connection's going in and out. All I heard was get the payment in, but I didn't hear it before that.
You have to get the payment into the landlord before the 1 p.m. court time.
Before the 1 p.m. Okay, and I have to return back at 1 p.m. in person?
Yeah, well, it appear via Zoom.
Zoom, okay.
Okay?
Yes, yes, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
New Park Ridge versus Angelo Jenkins.
Anything for the plaintiff.
Your name?
Have we even started the 1
Angelo.
o'clock clock yet?
Angelo Jenkins.
Does
All right.
anybody know?
What's your payment plan?
She didn't say. She said it's gonna be here to do it, but I was gonna try to get low.
Your Honor,
Yes.
we're going to work out a COD on Mr. Jenkins.
Okay. Need about a week to do that, or?
I guess some more. No, 29,
Okay.
another 15. Something like that.
Let's adjourn it to the 1st, and
All right.
hopefully we can have it done.
March 1st, 2024, 2 p.m. Thank you. New Park Ridge versus Regina Gardner.
Anything for the plaintiff.
Name? Okay. And how much is owing now? We were at 1751.
Yeah, I can't remember her
She's a
name.
1701, and she is also going to enter into a payment plan.
All right. Let me go first.
Yes, sir.
All right. Ma'am, I'm going to adjourn your matter out March 1st, 2024, 2 p.m. Okay?
Keep doing it. It'll be good. The more you pay, the less you'll have on your.
All right.
Someone like to-
Thank you.
Thank you.
2 p.m. New Park Ridge versus Destin Diavinga.
James Fink for the plaintiff. This balance is $4,142.
Diavinga? Have him checked.
I've already been sworn.
You have been sworn. Go ahead.
Your Honor, this is an action for,
Yes,
He is present, he is not connected to audio.
send him a message. I'll pass this. New Park Ridge versus Marie Richardson.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Your name?
Maria.
All right.
Your Honor, we're going to enter into a conditional order of dismissal with Ms. Richardson. So if we could have till the first, we'll get
All right.
it done.
During this out, ma'am, March 1st, 2024, 2 p.m. Right?
Okay?
Yeah.
You'll tell me and then we'll get it for you to sign.
Okay.
Okay? Just keep making the payments.
Oh, yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
New Park Ridge versus Tanisha Browning.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Amy, was this the case that you were looking to?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Browning's not here.
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, okay. How much is plaintiff claiming?
$7,360.
I don't have a sticker. 7,000, say again.
360.
360. All right, and ma'am, how are you intending on getting this paid?
Hawk agreed to pay 3,000. I'm still trying to get a hold of Peace Neighborhood and other resources. Peace Neighborhood did call me back, but they had left a voicemail, and I called back, and I still haven't heard back nothing from them. Not just yet.
But the 3,000 is not gonna be paid until you pay this other part of this balance.
Yeah, I would just know that she had just emailed me and said that, so that's why I got a call. I'm gonna get a hold of other resources.
Well,
I just did another SCR through DHS.
yeah, I know, but that's still not, there's about a $4,000 gap that's gotta be filled.
Yeah, I had read the email, and then they had they'll pay the 3,000 unless I pay the 4,000 first. That's
Right.
why I'm trying to get the other resources to help pitch in here and there.
And here's what I'm gonna do. I'm
You know,
gonna
for the
grant to the
resources.
plaintiff a judgment finding no tribal issue after hearing for their total amount of $7,360. I will extend the writ date. I'll give you a little bit more time to try to figure this out. I'll extend the writ date to February 29th, 2024.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
New Park Ridge Apartments versus Shaquise White.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Shaquise White,
The amount due on this one, Your Honor, is $842.
Shaquise White, not here. I will grant, uh-oh. Somebody's sneaking up on you.
Yes.
Do you have a dismissal in the file already?
On this one? White?
Yes, sir.
No, I do not.
Your Honor, we are going to dismiss
All right.
Ms. White's case. We'll get that in.
All right. Case is dismissed without prejudice. Court calls the case of the Haven versus Kellen Smith. Kellen Smith? There is no response. You may proceed.
Ms. Smith owes $5,732.06 in rent. The costs are $162 for a total possession only judgment of $5,894.06.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the requested with the writ issue in 10 days. Evergreen versus Helena Collins.
The plaintiff, Your Honor, the total was 2410.04.
Ma'am, your name?
Helena Collins.
All right. And how are you intending on trying to get this paid?
Well, I wanted to make payment arrangements, but they said I had to make them with you. I supposed to have made a $400 payment last week, but I lost my job. So they're gonna mail me my last check. So what I came up was I can do 7 today, 7 Friday, and Thursday, the remainder before the 1st of March.
So you can pay 700 today,
Yes,
then 700 on the 23rd.
yes. And then whatever is left on the 29th before the 1st, if that's okay.
Why don't we just make the writ date the 1st
Yeah.
and let her do it how she wants?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find no tribal issue. I'll issue a judgment for possession. Total amount 2410.
04.
04.
Thank you.
And
That's
the writ won't issue until March 1st. Okay, that way, if you keep with that payment plan, you'll be all set. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
To the landlord, correct?
Pardon? Yes, directly to the landlord. Thank you, ma'am. Evergreen versus Edward Carr, the third.
Anything for the plaintiff?
Got him in. Edward Carr. No response. You may proceed.
Your Honor, this defendant owes $1,604.87 in rent. The costs are $172 for a total of $1,776.87 possession only.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested, which issue in 10 days. Evergreen versus Nikayla Grubbs.
Anything for the plaintiff?
We got him.
I'm here.
Where are you? Okay. Here.
The total is 2167.16.
21. Give me that again. I'm sorry.
2167.16.
Okay. Ms. Grubbs, how are you going to get that paid?
I just received the okay to start my second job, so I'll be able to pay at least half or not more by the end of this month.
Okay. And then what's going to happen with the other half?
I'll be able to pay it. Maybe I need a payment plan, if that's okay.
Well, what's the payment plan?
I mean, I can get at least half of what's already there by the end of this month. I was just seeing if you could work something out for the other half.
Well, man, what's your monthly rent?
I think it's 13.
Okay, so the problem is that if you pay half, we're still going to be right around the same figure going into March.
Okay. The only thing I can do is
somehow
really just
you're going to
pay.
have to try to get this paid before the end of the month.
Okay. I can
Okay,
pull my strings and see. Yeah,
pardon?
I can pull strings and see what I can come up with on top of the two jobs that
Okay,
I
here's
have.
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna issue a judgment to the plaintiff for possession. At least lock the number in at this amount. And then I'll give you to the end of the month, the 29th, to get it paid,
Okay.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then you can worry about March. So, court will issue that judgment.
Okay. I
Thank you.
appreciate it. Yep.
You're welcome.
Your Honor.
Evergreen versus Kiana Johnson. That's her.
Thank for the plaintiff. You have a second defendant of Mr. Hurd, Your Honor.
Yes.
And the total is $2,236.89.
Your name?
Kiana Johnson.
Okay. And how were you intending on getting that paid?
I was gonna make a small payment on the 20th of like 5, but on March 4th, I start my job at State Farm and I can pay all the rest of it.
Okay, so you're gonna pay 500 what date?
The 20th. That's just from like a part-time job that I have. But March 4th is when I start my other job and I'll get paid on the 5th of March to be able to pay the entire balance.
Monthly is about $1,650 with utilities.
So you'd be able to pay whatever's left plus March, you're saying?
I'll be able to pay whatever. I'll be able to pay like $3,500
Your
on
Honor,
March
could we approach?
5th.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't know what's going on here. Daisha Jackson's got some got some serious stuff going on up there. Ah, that explains it.
Record should reflect we had a brief bench conference. I'm gonna issue a judgment for possession, finding no tribal issue. This will lock this figure in at the 2236 cents a change. Because of what's going on, the writ will issue March 5th, 2024.
Yeah, that's the default as to Mr. Hurd.
Yes, and a default as to defendant 2. All right,
thank you so much.
you're welcome.
Requires a Spanish interpreter, may I swear in?
Yes, you may.
Good afternoon, Madam Interpreter. You're in front of the Honorable J. Cedric Simpson out of the 14th District Court, Washington County, State of Michigan. We need your assistance with one civil matter this afternoon. Can you please raise your right hand to be sworn? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will interpret accurately, complete,
Oh, sweet Jesus. What?
and from Spanish into English in the manner now in the court? So help you God.
I do.
Thank you.
All right. Good afternoon, Madam Interpreter.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Court does call the case of Evergreen Apartments versus Michael Calles Reyes.
Los
James, thanks for the-
tribunales, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Madam Interpreter.
Thank you. Los tribunales llaman el caso de los apartamentos Evergreen versus el señor Michael Callejas Reyes.
Yeah, sí.
Plaintiff.
You probably didn't catch that, Madam Interpreter. James Fink for the plaintiff.
Tenemos acá, señor James, que es de parte del abogado de plaintiff.
Yo soy Michael.
I am Michael.
How much is owing on this case? Pause.
¿Cuánto se debe en este caso?
Se debo 3,050.
$3,050.
I don't know what that was. Mr. Fink, how much is owing?
$3,100.13, which, I don't, what do you call it when numbers are the same backwards and forwards? It's not a palindrome.
Now she has to interpret all of that. Go ahead, Madam Interpreter.
Solo han preguntado, señor Celi, ¿cuánto se debe en este caso? Y bueno, al parecer es una suma de $3,100 con 13 centavos entre todos los costos.
Bueno, eso debía. ¿Cuánto debo en total?
That's how much I own. So the total sum amount of the money I own, how much is it?
$3,100.13.
Son $3,100 con 13 centavos.
Sí, sí, estoy de acuerdo. Bueno, yo no me atrasé porque me enfermé y quedé sin trabajo, entonces quisiera que me ayudaran para así de cada mes de que pago la renta, ya para nivelarme, pagar así en partes o cómo puedo pagar, si me pueden ayudar.
I agree. I was past due with my payments because I got sick and I couldn't work. And so I was behind with my payments. But right now, I would like to see if there is anything I can do to bring this account current. Maybe if you can help me to set up a payment plan or something.
How much can you pay before the 29th of this month?
Más o menos, ¿cuánto dinero puede pagar usted antes del 29 de este mes de febrero?
De este mes de febrero, bueno, como yo cobro cada quincena, yo pagaría el mes de la renta el primero y aportaría $500 de la cuenta del saldo.
I get paid on the every 15 days, so I would be able to pay for 1 month plus $500 towards the outstanding balance.
How much was that you were able to pay?
¿Y cuánta cantidad de dinero es eso que puede pagar? ¿Cuánto?
Bueno, pagaría el mes de marzo y pagaría 500 del saldo que debo, de lo que me atrasé. Pero si puedo dar más, voy a pagarlo porque sí estoy muy preocupado y no vivo con mi hijo y solo él y yo, entonces no, y así voy a ir saliendo.
I'm going to pay for March, for the month of March, and I will also pay $500 towards the past due balance. I'm super worried about this, Your Honor. So if I could get to pay more than that, I will be willing to pay for that. I'm concerned because it's, my son and I who live there, and it's just the two of us.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grant a judgment for possession to the plaintiff.
Voy entonces
Voy entonces a presentar un juicio por posesión ante plaintiff.
In the amount that they're requesting. Oh, I'm sorry. Amy, were you trying to say something? Go ahead. I'm sorry, Madam Interpreter. Can you interpret what I just said?
Perdone, me iba a decir algo.
No, no, solo estoy preocupado y quiero pagar y para nivelarme y lo pagaré muy pronto.
I'm just concerned and I would like to, I want to bring this account current and I will be able to do so soon.
Amy, were you trying to say something?
Your Honor, I was. He did submit an SCR tracking number last Friday for that stay for today. I had communicated with the court on his behalf due to the language barrier, but we had spent a great amount of time in Judge Barr's breakout room, making sure that got done. And I still have a copy if the court still needs it.
Dice que la señorita Amy le dio como un número de rastreo que usted le dio del SCA.
Sí, sí.
También solicitando que necesitaba un intérprete y pasamos mucho tiempo en la sala aparte pues discutiendo todo eso.
Sí, tengo el número de rastreo.
Correct, I have the tracker number.
Okay, I don't have the paperwork, however, I will believe you that the paperwork was submitted with the tracking number. This matter's entitled to a stay to the 23rd. So, sir, I'm going to adjourn your matter to February 23rd, 2024 at 1 p.m.
Bueno, no tengo yo ese documento, entonces vamos, señor, a darle un aplazamiento de su caso para el día 23 de febrero del 2024 a la 1 en punto. PM.
Thank you.
Gracias, señor.
Gracias.
Thank you, Madam Interpreter. I do appreciate it.
You're welcome, Your Honor. Anything else I can help you with?
Set. You have a great weekend.
You do the
Disculpe,
same. Oh,
¿a qué horas me dijo?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. He's asking. Excuse me, Your Honor. What time was it again?
To 1 p.m.
1 en punto.
El 23.
On the 23rd.
Yes.
Muchas
Sí.
gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you. Take care. Glencoe Hills versus Dusty Rock Raider.
Here. I'm online.
Dusty brought
And also Joshua Carswell.
the hell's going on over here?
He's at work.
James Fink for the plaintiff. The total is $1,876, $1,876.
$1,876. So we're coming down. They paid $1,700. They must have. Well, 16 something. Okay. You said you were going to have the balance by the 23rd. Is that still your plan?
Yep, I'll have it all paid off next week by the 23rd.
All right. I'm
Great.
going to trust you. February
Thank you.
23rd, 2024. I don't trust many people. So.
Oh, well, thank you.
Can
I
get
don't
it-
either. We have that in common.
So can you get it paid before the 1st? Before 1 p.m., I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I should have it
All right.
paid by that Thursday, to be honest, but I'll have it definitely
Gotcha.
paid by the 23rd for sure by 1.
All right. I'll adjourn this to February 23, 2024 at 1 p.m. for the non-trusting individual.
Thank
you. All right. Have a great
Thank you,
weekend.
Your Honor. Have a good day. You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. Glencoe Hills versus, is it Shayton Campbell?
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Hello, state your name.
Shatan Campbell.
Shatan, I'm sorry, Campbell.
Your Honor, Ms. Campbell owes $1,477.93.
Campbell, how are you gonna get that paid?
Oh, I already have an arrangement with them to pay them on the 19th, which is Monday, no later than Tuesday, because I found out that Monday is a bank holiday, so that might cause my check.
You'll
to be
have to
one
speak
day
up a
late.
little bit, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said that I will be able to pay them on the 19th, which is Monday, no later than Tuesday, because I found out Monday is a bank holiday.
So you'll be able to pay the entire balance on the 19th?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna trust you. I'll adjourn this matter out to February 23rd, 2024, 1 p.m. Get that paid, and if you have it paid, then they'll dismiss the case.
Okay, it will be paid.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
You too. Glencoe Hills versus Christian Morris. On or no? Christian Morris?
They're right here, Your Honor.
Oh. And I'm sorry.
Ms. Blocker.
Get a blocker. All right. I didn't mean to leave you out.
Your Honor, we've executed a proposed consent judgment that calls for rent in the amount of $2,512.85, cost of $212 for a total of $27,2485. We've extended the redemption date to the 29th. And we have discussed the 3-day rule, but I told them to expect you to tell it to them again.
Yeah. All right, folks, is that all correct? Yep. Yes?
Yes.
He's gonna play with the baby. No, I know, but I wish he would have turned this way. Anyway. Oh, yeah, okay. So is there any question you have regarding anything on this judgment? No? All right. I will sign it. You do have 3 business days to think about this judgment. If you believe that there's some legal reason or some confusion on your part or some right that you haven't asserted, you'd have to file a motion with the court within that time frame. That doesn't mean I would grant it, but you'd have that time frame to file that. You understand that, sir?
I do.
Ma'am?
Yep.
Okay. Because if this was going to be disputed, I was only going to talk to her. You figured that out, didn't you? Right? Because I go right to the brain trust. I didn't know what you were talking about last time. Anyway, you guys have a great weekend. All right. Take care of each other, please. Court calls the case Glencoe Hills versus Angela Newkirk Tucker.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
I'm here, Your Honor.
All right. Got her.
The total is $2,129.09, 2129.09.
All right. Ms. Newkirk Tucker, how are you going to get that paid?
I paid on the 23rd.
On the when?
The 23rd.
You'll pay the whole amount on the 23rd?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What was the amount again? Because the last amount I had was $2,079.09.
Right, and there's another late fee that clicked in, so it's 21.
Yeah, I understand. I just want to know what it was.
It was 2129.09.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll have it on the,
Then
on
I'll
the
adjourn your
23rd.
matter out to the 23rd, 2024 at 1 p.m. You can get it paid before then, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, please do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Glencoe Hills versus Amanda Slipper.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Here.
All right. Claim?
$3,231.16.
All right, ma'am, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I have a check that is coming in the mail today for me to pick up and bring to them for $1,200. And then I should have the rest of the money by the 29th.
All right, so you're gonna pay 1,200. I
Today.
say the 20th for sure, right?
Yeah, I missed the UPS delivery yesterday of the check. So it's waiting for me to pick up. And then I just have to go and bring it to them. It's made out to McKinley for the 1,200.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjourn the matter out to the 23rd, make sure that's paid.
Okay,
And then we'll work it out from there for the end of the month, okay?
okay. Thank you.
Adjourn to March 23rd, or February 23rd, 2024, 1 PM. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Glencoe Hills versus Carmen Grove.
For the plaintiff.
Carmen Grove. No response, you may proceed.
This is an action for non-payment of rent. This defendant owes $279 in rent. The costs are $171 for a total of $450. Possession only.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested with the writ issue 10 days. Calls the case of Glencoe Hills versus Zaria Fisher. Or Zaria Fisher.
James Sink for the plaintiff.
Here.
Say again, your name?
Zaria Fisher.
Got her iPhone 1. All right, what's plaintiff's claim?
$1,778.55.
All right, Ms. Fisher, how are you intending on getting that paid? You paid, it looks like about 1,000.
That is not true. My bill is $228. That's old.
How
I made
much?
$228.
Okay, did you make another payment?
Yeah, I made another payment.
When did you make the last payment?
So I made the first payment February 12th, and then I just made a payment February 15th. So the February 12th payment was $10.03.99, and then the second payment was $11.53.99.
Got 10, I got 1,000 even for the
Oh, I don't know.
12.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. He has 1,000 even, which is what I would have had. And then you said you made another payment on what day?
The 15th.
Okay, so yesterday. And how much was that payment?
$11.53.99.
$11.53.99. Okay. All right, so let me ask you this, then when are you gonna have the balance paid?
I plan to have it paid next week on the 19th if my school refund check comes through. If not, I can pay it on the
Okay.
21st.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. If you're gonna have that all paid, I'm gonna believe you that you made that second payment. And so we got a relatively small balance, so I'm gonna adjourn it out 1 week. Okay?
Okay.
To the 23rd, 2024 at 1 PM. And then hopefully what will happen is you'll get it paid and we can have a dismissal on this, all right?
Alrighty, is that in person or online?
Pardon?
Is that in person or online?
You can appear by Zoom if you got it, or don't need to appear at all if you got everything paid.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Glencoe Hills versus Candace Forrester.
James Sink, plaintiff.
They're not checked in, you may proceed.
This is an action for non-payment. This defendant owes $609.67 in rent. The costs are $171. We request a default judgment for possession only in the amount of $780.67.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested with the writ issue in 10 days. Glencoe Hills versus Deez Jackson.
Here.
Yes.
File requires a ASL interpreter. There are none currently available. I have turned on the closed captioning. Has confirmed she can't.
Okay. Ms. Jackson, can you see the closed caption and hear me? Or not hear me, but can you read the closed caption? Ms. Jackson, if you can see what I'm saying, if you could nod your head, I would appreciate it.
We've reached a new low here at Law Talk with Mike.
Perhaps Miss Amy can tell us whether Miss Jackson has made application, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I did share, if I may, I did share the tracking information, tracking number from the SER with Ms. Weidling. I've noticed that folks that are going in and doing paper applications are having an unusually long time getting their tracking numbers, but Ms. Jackson has been actively trying to get it in, and she did get it in to me, and I don't know if she was able to share it with the court, but I did send it over on her behalf.
Ms. Jackson, can you acknowledge that you can see what I'm saying?
This, this is not looking good.
Ms. Jackson, are you able to read the closed caption? I need her to acknowledge that she can see the closed caption.
Only on Law Talk with Mike, people. Only on Law Talk with Mike. Do I bring you this sort of gripping
Your Honor,
court
she
drama?
has been communicating in the chat. I don't know if that might help to get her attention.
Does anyone know the sign for homeless?
She doesn't have her closed caption on.
She just responded and said closed captioning is very slow when you talk through, it makes stop half words.
Okay. Tell her that in the chat that I'm going to adjourn her matter to next week, the 23rd at 1 p.m. You actually just signed that, but can you ask her to nod her head if she saw when the adjourn date is?
She just responded, okay.
Okay.
She responded. All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Did you send her back telling her thank you? Glencoe Hills versus Ingrid Hamilton. That matter is dismissed on plaintiff's motion without prejudice. New Park Ridge. This is a recall versus Destin DeVinga. DeVinga. DeVinga.
Yes, sir.
State
I'm
your
here.
name. State your name.
Destin Cloud Diavinga.
All right. Has a balance of $4,042. When can you get that paid, sir?
Your Honor, it's $4,142.
Yeah, $4,142. How are you going to get that paid, sir?
Your Honor, I'm trying to see if we can come up with some kind of payment plan. I know.
Okay, the problem is, hold on, the problem is you were supposed to pay 1,000 on the
I paid it.
second. Did you pay that?
Yeah,
Pardon?
that's it. Yes, I did, Your Honor, that same day. Yeah,
Do you have 1,000 paid on the second, Mr. Fink?
I went to the office, they confirmed it. I have the money.
Hold on a
right here.
second, please, sir. Mr. DeVingo, hold on.
Okay.
Your Honor, I have 400 paid on the second. Sir, hold on, please. And 1,000 paid on the fifth.
Okay, got it.
I may say it when I understand.
So how's this balance? I had four. Oh, it's plus this February rent. Never mind. I got it. All right. So how are you gonna pay the balance off, sir?
I went to the office, I talked to them, I went to the office and, I talked to them, they told me to, keep paying my rent, make sure I have my rent, the full rent every month, and trying to come up with a payment plan with you about the remaining balance.
Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lock this figure in. I'm gonna grant plaintiff a judgment for possession, finding no tribal issue after a hearing in the amount of $4,142, so it doesn't go any higher once we get to March. Okay, sir? What I'm gonna, I'm gonna make the writ date on that for March 1st. And what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to go into the office or call Mr. Fink's office and try to see if a payment plan can be worked out. If you can't work out a payment plan, then what's gonna have to happen is you're gonna have to get that paid by March 1st.
All right, see you later, time to get back to work.
Okay?
Yeah, where's Miss Finch's office?
Look on your paperwork and there's a phone number on there. Call his office.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's it.
That's it for you.
Have a good weekend, sir.
I will do as soon as I can get done.
No, I was the last one, though.
Okay, good. All right, those that are next up, which we're about an hour behind only, I do have to play the tape, then I'll come right back out and we'll start the class. I didn't set the rules up. They did this to me. All right, court stands in recess.
All right. Have you seen it?
Oh, good Lord. We're just up to the 1 o'clock call now.
What's that? The price of that.
At least. I almost forgot about that. All right, I'm gonna check in the 1 and 2 o'clock block at the same time. When I call your name, go ahead and verbally respond for me, so I know you're here. Brandy Stevens. Christina Phillips. Serena Brewer. Here. Thank you. Harold Robertson.
Here.
Thank you. Denise Phillips. Oh, thank you. Ika Kelly, I know you're logged in. Janae Curtis, yes. I know you're logged in. Damani Watts, I know you're logged in. Juan Brown. Anna Cano and Sarah Jacobs. Susan Edwards, we have you checked in. Christina Jolly, I have you checked in. Bastion Culver. Brianna Kingsley. Thank you.
That was her.
Montrell Hill. Latasha Hamilton. Here. Thank you. Devonna Macy. Almani Silla. Rosa Bannon. Rico McGuire. Jamal Hale. Chauncey Hyman. Thank you, sir. Armani Madison Owens. Sparkle Frazier.
Sparkle.
Allen, I have you you checked in? Taurus Snyder,
We have a Sparkle and a Shaitan.
Dominic Jones. Thank you. Miss Wallace Napier, I have you checked in. Alana Gaines. Savannah Powell. Thank you.
And council as well.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I'm counsel for this file.
Oh, thank you very much. I will get your P number in just a moment. Sure. Zane Bell. Amanda Galos.
All right, I'm gonna hang out till this happens.
Casey Atkins.
I don't know how long this
And Yesenia Baptista.
dopey tape that they have to play is, but
Christina Maugh. Thank you.
I'll sit through
Sage
it.
Richardson. Kevin O'Connor. Josh Bertram. China Whitehead. John Fleming.
Here.
Thank you. Joshua Byers.
We're ready to go right, but there's a few more people out there. If you want to.
There are more people out there?
Yeah, you have to keep on the way.
Oh, okay. I will go out there. Yeah, thank you.
That's right.
All right, I'm gonna play the video for everyone. Is there anyone's name that I didn't call? What's your name? All right, give me just a moment.
You knew that one that you like let that baby slide down there. I know, just me. Oh, you showed me this one. I hold this one. You showed me this when we were here.
Just received international attention.
International attention. And I'm about to provide to you valuable information regarding this current and other matters.
This is a YouTube nightmare.
This is among our time showing proceedings back. You are here for free trial. Your landlord has made allegations and claims that you should be evicted if you have not paid your rent because they seek termination of your tenancy for this violation. After today, you will come back on an initial hearing or trial case. Unless you will come back, please stop. Thank you. During these proceedings, you have specific rights. You have the right to have an attorney. This can be one you hire, or from legal services, such services can be reached by calling their hotline, and it goes on. 665-61. Online at LSSCM. You can also visit them during their common hours on Tuesdays, 10 to 11:30 a.m. And also on Thursdays at 2 p.m. No civil litigation. So additional assistance is also available to Michigan legal help. You also have the right to demand truck engineering. Truck engineering must be handed thoroughly and personally. Upon rain, 5 days after first being invalid. And do you have a job when you're not in custody?
Yes, I do have a job.
Where do you work?
Yeah.
Where do you work?
Oh, I work, I sell burritos sometimes.
You must provide written evidence to the court. An application for assistance has been submitted to the process stage. Deposit assistance and rental assistance may be obtained. Services commonly
I'd have to feel like I should be elected emperor of the world before I could be that arrogant, not show up for a sentencing. Like really, like top two. Only me and one other person get to run for emperor of the world.
Additional assistance is also available for veteran services. Here's where it goes in. 973.
Ma'am, you didn't say the cat jumped on his wiener, did you?
6. You do not need a judgment to obtain assistance from these agents. Complaint or submission. Right to reach an agreement outside of Michigan and local community dispute resolution programs research. Washington County Dispute Resolution Center can be reached at their phone. Area code 734-794.
There was, and I hate, God, I hate this. They throw a bunch of dick pussy, going back and forth between texts with one another, and I never want to hear it again.
That is by all the parties. It's important that you understand these rights. If you have any questions, please feel free to address the board.
There were drugs involved that were given to me that ended up being glue. Like I smoked some glue and stuff. I thought I was smoking crack. Let's go. You didn't say the cat jumped on the wiener, did you? Sit down and shut up. Shut up. Cat jumped on his wiener. 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 Shut up.
Can you just let this go for one?
If you try to get them in order, they just think that. We can just come out of it. This court has watch.
I gotta say, Judge, I got some questions about this. Because I was like.
That's how they look at it. Everything's right. Figure out.
say the words that she said, or
Sure. I need for you to tell me what went on.
that I'm not on that whole shit. I'm not with that whole shit.
People just forgot to start setting up. You know, we got a mail case today, 79,000 commercial cases.
My clients.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, because there's so many. My ducks.
Meeting like today, I was like, that's.
And the Partridge has an office.
Yeah. People don't answer.
Jim, what do we do with people that went to Ohio State and then Michigan Law School?
I know. I'm gonna drop one. I'll drop my for you.
By the way, I talked to Conway. So thank you if you had to do it. Thank you. He goes, sounds like a.
Oh,
That's pretty much what everybody else would say. That's pretty much.
I bought the shirt for lovers.
Now.
So if I were to I'm like, yes, it really doesn't. I think that. Yes, I saw that.
I'm having a little mango.
I'm here because I'm waiting for a case. But you know, get out of it. He's got one. He had this. You're the one. I'm the one. I'll see what she So I write down.
Yeah.
It's a real.
State your name for the record, ma'am.
Deez nuts.
Okay, thank you.
I had a separate lease with the tenant. And I knew he got the shirt. It's like fraud.
Ma'am, are you a whore?
I absolutely love this.
You're not a whore?
I never want to hear it again.
You're not a whore? Not a whore? You're not a whore?
I never want to hear it again.
It gets worse.
There were drugs involved that were given to me that ended up being glue. Like I smoked some glue and stuff. I thought I was smoking crack.
Let's go. You didn't say the cat jumped on his wiener, did you? Sit down and shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Cat jumped on his wiener. Cat jumped on his wiener. Shut up. Cat jumped on his wiener. Cat jumped on his wiener. Shut up. Cat jumped on his wiener. Cat jumped on his wiener. Shut up. Cat jumped on his wiener. Cat jumped on his wiener. Shut up.
Can you just let this go for once? For once? Once?
Okay, back to no.
I think this will do it.
Mr. Sharps, Mr. Sharps, Mr. Sharps.
This thing's gonna be 2 hours long before it's over, at least.
You're not a whore? You're not a whore?
I'm going to use Miss Fowler's word. She now is in a throuple. And not only does she choose to be in a throuple, and she's shacked up in the bed with the throuple. Now, if anybody thinks this is okay, I am in the wrong world.
You may be seated. Let's call the case of, is it Ariella Sitchenkoff versus Christina Jolly? I messed that up all over the place, but.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jay Mukherjee on behalf of the plaintiff.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Christina Jolly or Sebastian Culver?
Christina's here, Christina Jolie.
Jolie, all right. You're here. Is the other party here?
Bastion is not available today.
All right, very good. All right, where are we on this case?
Your Honor, we have total rent owing now $8,400.
$8,400?
Correct.
And cost in the amount of?
So far, I believe we're at $220.
And how do you intend on getting this paid?
I'd like to set up a payment plan and I'd like to move out.
Okay. Well, I don't know if they're interested in setting up a payment plan. Are you interested? When do you want to move out? Let's start there.
I'd like by the 26th.
Of this month?
Yes.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find, after hearing no tribal issue, I'm going to issue a judgment to the plaintiff for possession. This is a possession only case, and then you'll have to arrange something with the landlord to pay them funds back. Total amount of that judgment, inclusive of cost, will be $8,620. With the writ to issue in 10 days, that will be the 26th. Counsel, prepare a judgment. I'll sign off on it. You're all set. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a nice afternoon.
You do the same. Cass Industries LLC versus Denise Phillips.
Good morning, or good afternoon, Your Honor. Brian Marcus on behalf of the plaintiff.
And Your Honor, Callie Dendrino, Sublegal Services on behalf of the defendant.
All right. And where are we folks on this?
Judge, this is a case where we're going to be asking that you enter an order of dismissal. We have learned, I have learned that there is a lease that was superseded the lease that we issued the notice on, and therefore we have to restart the process.
Any objection?
Your Honor.
Case is dismissed without prejudice.
Thank you.
Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you. Like those cases. Court calls the case. Correct. Is it Zurika versus Kingsley?
Kingsley is here, but she's not present in the courtroom.
Is this it?
Mr. Allen, can you go see if you can find her, please? Thank you, sir. You don't have my order yet. Okay.
Did you just say Kingsley?
Thank you.
Not to be confused with King Ma.
Oh, I'm just getting railroaded here.
Yes, she complied with escrow, I think. She brought 600 and whatever in today.
666.
Yeah.
Oh, the anticipation. You know you love it. You know you love it.
Please state your name for the record, ma'am.
Deez nut.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Isn't it though?
Here
I think she's gonna be judged.
today. Today? Okay. Just checking. Yes, need to move some things out of my way first. I guess you guys can stay right there while we're doing that. Let me try to get some of these other people home for dinner. Pines of Clover Lane versus Juan Brown, but council, I will be breaking when never mind right now. Kingsley.
Thank you.
State your appearances, please.
Afternoon, Your Honor. Attorney Andrew Babnick on behalf of the plaintiff who is appearing here as well.
I think that's her.
Name, please.
Brianna Kingsley.
All right. And where are we on this case, folks?
Your Honor, we've had a few hearings on this. The court had set this for a trial at this point based on the affirmative defenses that were asserted in the matter. I believe there's no triable issue. If you look at the answer filed by Ms. Kingsley in the matter, she admits to the non-payment of rent. She admits to the fact that there are damages to the unit. The court is aware there were police reports filed and attached.
Although damages to the unit for sure.
Were the result of the defendant herself breaking the windows, refusing access. The landlord is now going to be outside of the certificate of occupancy that was issued because repairs can't be made. They can't get access to the property. It continues to deteriorate. As a result, there's a broken window, broken doors on the interior, broken doors on the exterior. We filed a notice to have this terminated as a result of the health and safety hazard, as well as the non-payment of rent, and we'd be asking for a judgment at this time.
Response.
I have it prepared here. I will pull it up. Okay, this was what I received from attorney with the legal aid, Tracy Jensen. And there are several issues at hand, including procedural defenses. In regards to my written statement and the statements made by Attorney Babnick, the property is not damaged. The pictures that the landlord included, I have countered and included pictures of the house in its current condition. The house was inspected by the Ypsilanti Building Code, Miss Jamaica Berry, in October. In October, I also filed a formal complaint with the city of Ypsilanti through the C-Click Fix notification system, a governmental agency, of the issues with the habitability of the home. I have filed a case with the Fair Housing Administration. There are many things that we could focus on. I would like to focus on the fact that I was denied a disabled parking spot. And according to Michigan Legislature Section 600, and that is 600.5720, says that if it's an alleged termination was intended primarily as a penalty for the defendant's attempt to secure or enforce rights under the lease or agreement or under laws of state, governmental subdivision, or United States, they denied my handicap parking. I filed several complaints at the city level, and I'm defending myself here. The alleged termination, part B, was intended primarily as a penalty for the defendant's complaint to the governmental authority with a report of the plaintiff's violation of a health or safety code or ordinance. The allegations made by the landlord, I wanted to bring in a third-party perspective. So I contacted the Planning and Building Code Department. Mr. Maka came out and did an inspection and found 12 violations on the landlord's, at the landlord's responsibility. In regards to the statement by Attorney Badnick that they have not been allowed to access the unit, that is so false. Her husband, Mitch Carrick, busted down the door, and I was not able to secure the unit.
This isn't the time for me to receive.
I think there are tribal issues, and I can.
Thank you.
Yes,
That's
sir.
all you needed to tell me. And when I look at that, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do two things today. I'm going to set it for a final settlement conference on this. We'll hash out specifically what issues are going to be litigated. The parties are going to need to be ready to go to trial when I set the trial date at thereafter. All right. I'm also going to order regarding escrow, and I'm just going to say this to you, Ms. Kingsley, that you coming into court and posting escrow in $1 bills, this court views as just harassing my clerks and making my clerks go through that process. It is something that I'm not going to tolerate. There is no reason why you have to bring single dollar bills in. You did that when you paid the $111.11. You also did that when you paid $444.44, which my clerks had to count out. You also did that when you paid today the $666.66. So on my own motion, I'm going to order that as you post escrow, that you may only post escrow in denominations of US currency, not less than $10 bills. It is further ordered that from you on this case, because of your abuse of the process, and my clerk's office are ordered that they are ordered to accept no $1 or $5 denominations of US currency for you for the purposes of escrow. And I have signed that order. We will present that to both parties. See everybody on March 19th.
Quickly, can the court, what's the registry of the court as far as the escrow?
There is a $111.11 posted by our records. It was posted on January 8th, 2024. On January 10th, 2024, there was posted $780. On January 22nd, 2024, there was posted $1.11. On February 5th, 2024, there was posted $444.44. And I think today, correct?
Yes.
Today, there was posted $666.66.
If I may, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
I just want to establish that I paid the full amount through February and there is a balance ready for March. This is not an issue of paying the rent.
My issue isn't with whether or not you pay rent. It isn't anything like that. Will not be trying to bring singles in, trying to make some point to my clerks. They have nothing to do with whatever the issues are here. They are here trying to serve the public. You will not hand them $600 worth of $1 bills for them to count out. It just won't happen. And I've issued that order.
Would you like any response to that, or we can just move forward?
You can make whatever response you want. I'm just telling you, don't bring any singles in here trying to post escrow. Don't bring any $5 bills trying to post escrow. $10 or higher.
Understood.
That's it.
Going forward, Your Honor.
Is there an adjourned date, Your Honor? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
March 19th, 2024, 9 a.m. in person.
Your Honor, if I may continue,
Thank you, Your Honor.
if I may.
Go ahead.
Right, so I did confirm with the clerk that all US accept this policy does not.
No longer on this case. That
Yes,
is my order. Thank you. I'm done.
We are done. Thank you, Your Honor. I understand. March 19th at what time?
9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a wonderful afternoon.
I will do. You do the same.
I will do my best. I am grateful.
Lines of Clover Lane versus Juan Brown.
The look on Judge Simpson's face was so good.
Good afternoon, Judge Carrie Zanin, P 67390 on behalf of plaintiff.
Juan Brown. You haven't checked it. No. You solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do. Your Honor, plaintiff, at this time, this is second or a third hearing. Plaintiff moves for
All right. It took forever, but we got there, and it was worth it. It was worth it. Deez Nuts shows up. We find reads verbatim from her free counsel's suggestions to her. The entire time I was watching Judge Simpson's face, it was so good. But then we find out that she's paying whatever money in singles, which is just a deliberate a-hole move. We all know what it is. The judge just says, well, we're not accepting things less than that in this case. It's a court order. He can do that. The general, which is funny. All these people with this stuff, they're saying, oh, you have to accept legal tender. Sort of. That's sort of a general rule, but the world's passed us by. There aren't very many things you can even purchase with cash anymore at all. So I don't know, but you certainly can't do it when a judge is ordered to the contrary. So there we go. My God, it reminds me of Kim Blandino or whatever, or a lot of these people. It's just, can you imagine the time? Can you imagine going to get 600 ones to be a jerk to the clerks? I mean, clearly she doesn't have anything else going on in her life. She shows up with her dog and her bad hairdo, stack of ones. It was honestly worth sitting through there. But we had some rough moments. We of course had the Spanish interpreter. That that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen in the call. That wasn't good. I thought, all right, good deal. The Spanish interpreter's left, and then we have a woman who's deaf, which is fine and all, except the judge. I'm trying to stream this. Judge Simpson asked her a question, and then there's just no response, and we all just sit there, just drumming our fingers. I've had some streams, but That was pretty bad. It did get saved. It did get saved by Deez nuts in the end. All worked out. All worked out in the end. And that was my second attempt. Although I was ready this morning. I had backup material, and that stream was pretty darn good, if you ask me. That worked out okay. But then there was a little break, and I had an actual court appearance. So I had to go do that. And then Miss Yesenia was making me practice law again for a little bit. And then I was back. So I didn't have time to work up background material for this one. We just had to sit there through what did we do? A solid hour and a half of landlord tenant. I seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all for hanging with me through that snooze fest. But it did have a payoff in the end. It did. Thank you all for coming out. I appreciate it. Have yourselves a great weekend. I'll see you soon.